Ooh. Yikes.
So this.
Oh my god, bro, I swear to God, I am omnipotent. Like anything I say or do on like Twitter, every single fucking gacha CC, they will fucking talk about it, right? Fob talks about it, Box talks about it, Genesis talks about it, Shinya talks about it, Techno. Everyone will start yapping the moment it's fantastic. I'm glad that I'm that influential. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit and
Person named Drake's Revenge said, as many people know, I've been one of the few people left in here who have gone to bat for MrPokke, but if he does pull Castorice, he will lose my sub. He can play HSR and continue to make content. He likes the game, and that's fine, but have some...
Chat, in the words of Ashton Hall, you are either a leader or a follower. Need I say more?
And don't reward Hoyo for this shit. All right. So Drake's Revenge here essentially wants MrPokke to not pull for Castorice, right? He says he gets that he enjoys the game and that's fine, but you know MrPokke will have no balls if he pulls Castorice. Here's the thing. Let's take MrPokke out of this equation, right? And let's say this is anybody else, right? Just a random Joe Schmo that enjoys Honkai Star Rail. Do you think you have like the real like right to sit there and be like, if you pull anybody who pulls Castorice is supporting fucking Hoyo's evil? Like, sure, you could say that, but can you also agree on the other end of the spectrum that there are probably a lot of fucking people who are just in their own universe, just enjoying the game and not like seeing the, I guess, the out of game issues that could be existing, right? It's like
I'm gonna be completely neutral and I'm not even gonna pause. I'm just gonna let bro yap. It's gonna be great.
It's kind of like with politics where there are over half of Americans don't vote, right? And do a lot of them not vote?
This is 2 times speed, right? How is bro speaking so... This is 2 times speed. Okay, what is 1 time speed?
Because they don't want to vote? Or do they not vote because they don't fucking...
Oh my god, bro is speaking in like slow-mo. I can't believe I'm like so... He legit speaks in slow-mo. Right, hey, wrap it up.
You know? And I feel like there's probably a lot of people who don't vote because they don't want to vote, right? But there's also probably a lot of people who just don't fucking care, you know? And I think that's kind of like this, where I feel like it's fair if you think people...
Use YouTube Premium? Wait, I do have YouTube Premium.
The whole VA thing. Obviously not.
I don't think there's 3 times speed on desktop, right? Because I literally have YouTube Premium, but it's not available to me. I know mobile you can actually make it 3 times speed. It's only on mobile, yeah.
Really? But it kind of reminds me a little bit where, let's say, Drake's Revenge wants MrPokke to stand in solidarity with him against Hoyoverse and not pull for Castorice. Obviously, this is not a one-to-one example because the whole VA thing has like a whole lot of other things going on there. But like, does MrPokke actually have to stand in solidarity for this? He definitely doesn't have to, right? Meanwhile, these same people will support companies that do infinitely worse things in the same industry. This kind of goes back to like what I'm saying, where I think the biggest issue with this post is not anything that I said thus far. The biggest issue is this. The biggest issue is, so what can we come from the conclusion that he says, but have some balls and don't reward Hoyo for this shit, right? This implies that he doesn't like the direction Hoyo is going with HSR, and he thinks it's bad, right? That's what he's implying here. So if he's implying that, why is he okay with MrPokke playing Honkai Star Rail, but the line is drawn when he pulls Castorice? Because I can guarantee you the amount of money MrPokke probably is...
Whatever happens to just enjoying a game, I miss those days, these idiotic losers crying on the internet trying to create something out of nothing.
Right, so like...
Okay, wait, pause. Okay, Fob. Why don't you set your minimum bids to like 100 biddies? Why 95? That's so weird. It's like 5 cents, bro. You're losing 5 cents. Just set it 100 biddies. It's nice.
Whatever happens to just enjoying a game, I miss those days, these idiotic losers crying on the internet trying to create something out of nothing.
Right, so like, this is the issue, right? I can guarantee you MrPokke and whatever amount of money he wants to spend on Castorice is a drop in the bucket compared to the amount of people that watch MrPokke through YouTube, Twitch, etc. that will then be, you know, convinced to maybe want to pull, right? So if you are 100% against Honkai Star Rail, it should not be MrPokke. If you pull Castorice, that's where I draw the line. Your line, if you're 100% dedicated on this, should be like, MrPokke, quit Honkai Star Rail. Oh, no. Like, that should, if you're 100% dead set on this line of thought, you should be asking MrPokke to quit Honkai Star Rail. It should not be, just don't spend money on Castorice, right? That's like akin to the people who are boycotting Genshin.
Oh my god, I swear God, I've played these games before. Does this not sound familiar? Wait. I swear this sounds so familiar. Do you guys know where this came from? Does this not sound familiar?
100% dead set on this line of thought. You should be asking MrPokke to quit Honkai Star Rail. It should not be just don't spend money on Castorice, right?
Just I don't spend money. Bro, I played these games before, man. Bro, it literally sounds like exactly the same one-to-one, bro.
That's like akin to the people who are boycotting Genshin back then, but then also
oh my god, I've played these games before.
New character and then pulling for Genshin, right? Like, or like playing Genshin, right? It just doesn't make sense. If you want something and demanding like change, you shouldn't do half measures. Like you can't pull Castorice, but you can keep streaming and playing and making content for it. Like what? This is why I don't think Drake's Revenge is like fully. His heart isn't fully in it, or if it is, like I think he's a little like confusing it because you can't have both here, right? You can't ask him to not pull for Castorice and say it's okay for him to keep making content on it.
You still spend on the game since you pay account managers. Okay, so what you're suggesting, Raijin Fox, in order for me to truly be free to play, I just don't pay account managers then. Right? Alright, yo, EAMs, take note. Chat wants you to do it for free so that we can keep our free to play status. Absolutely.
You know? It's a little goofy, right? All this.
Hey, y'all get paid. Okay, I gave y'all Christmas cookies. Shut the fuck up. I gave you like $500,000 on Christmas cookies.
Balding and drama and nothing will change. It's just a waste of time. Nobody that wasn't planned to quit already will quit. The thing is, MrPokke always farms and baits his gacha politics. That's why he's getting flamed. Whereas since you don't get involved in this stuff, there isn't any hate directed to you as you make your intentions clear. But Pokke obscures it, so it's kind of self-brought. Yeah, but I feel like MrPokke's been making a concerted effort to stop being a war instigator.
Oh my god, he sees it.
I think
Asians stand together, chat. Asians, yo, me for Boxu will be the shining beacon of hope. Absolutely.
I think he's been improving.
And there it is.
Wrong? No? Oh,
and there it is.
Sure. No, he ain't. Okay.
Now,
well,
anyone that's saying that, they're just from the West, you know? Yep, they're just racist.
From the start. Somehow locking
just
units
racist.
behind gambling is fine, but passive is too much. Well, like I said, right? At the end of the day, all gacha games are obviously predatory fucking bad gacha games.
I'm not an Eastern CC anymore. I'm a global CC. A global passive CC.
It just... You have to realize
crazy,
some people
dude.
play the games because they genuinely enjoy them. Right? Now, can you sit here and be like, MrPokke only plays HSR because he makes money off of it? Sure, you could assume that. But I 1,000,000% believe MrPokke actually fucking
can you
likes
shut up
HSR.
for a second and listen?
I can't hear anything!
Hands up EDM.
Right? Like, there is no...
Is that 50 bits? Holy shit. Yo, Fob, just set your bits to a minimum of 100, bruh. Bro, if that's 50 cents, I got interrupted from your speech for 50 cents? That's crazy.
No
Make it at
fucking
least
way.
100.
Someone who hates Honkai Star Rail can sit there doing 0 cycles every fucking day, doing viewer memory of chaoses every fucking day, doing viewer account reviews. Motherfucker, I used to do account reviews in Genshin, and I wanted to absolutely jump off a Minecraft bridge after a fucking while. MrPokke still fucking does it, all right? Like, I don't know how, and it has to be because he genuinely likes it, right? You know how Tectone always says, right? There's no way these ex-content creators could be enjoying Genshin still, etc., right? Or something like that, right? Is it possibly true that there are people who are shills? 100%. But is it also possible that there are people that genuinely enjoy Genshin, right? Like, I think Brand...
Oh my god.
And Tectone
You like a game? What the fuck? Just jump!
had like a talk recently where Brand like actually convinced Tectone that Brand genuinely actually likes Genshin, you know? And right, there are people who genuinely like things even though you might
Just
not.
do a backflip
right?
in
Like
Wuwa.
I can sit here and say Girls Frontline 2 Gunsmoke is the dumbest dog shit awful game mode in the history of gacha gaming.
Holy shit. -1 sponsor. What the fuck?
Here's a pure gotcha brain rot straw.
But there's people in my Girls Frontline channel that fucking sit there for 9 hours min-maxing this shit and they love it. I can't knock it, you know? People might actually like that shit, you know? Just because I don't like it doesn't mean other people can't like it, right? You're wrong, Gunsmoke is peak. No, it's fucking not, bro. That shit ass. Alexilo, I think about it 2 years. What surprised me more is that Wuwa also has a global passive with Carlotta with flight stamina, except for the fact that it only works if she's on the team, yet I don't see any complaints from their site, so I strongly believe Hoyo players complain just to complain. It's possible, but, I mean, like I said, right? There is a potential a year from now that HSR has not even released another global passive. Or if they did, it was like something fucking innocuous again, right? Basically useless as shit, right?
I want a global passive where for every single time I roll into a relic and I roll into like a flat HP attack or defense, I want Mimi to come up to my screen and laugh at me.
And we'll see, right? But there's also a reality where a year from now, HSR has a passive where on Harmony character, it just gives the entire team fucking 50 speed and 10 crit damage or something. And it's like,
50
okay, well,
speed?
Shit, what? I don't understand why she's so controversial. Explain. So there are a lot of
50
people
speed.
insinuating, right?
Bro, that's two
for
whole
a fair
ass people,
reason,
by the way.
I think, right, that there's a very good chance that Castorice's global passive is just the peak of the iceberg, and there's a very good chance that HSR might release way more global passives that, you know, might not just be a quick revive, right? Might be something even crazier. Now, is it possible? Sure. right? 100%. Especially with like, you know, how greedy HSR does seem right now is definitely possible with their power creep as well, right? Like they have a track record of power creep like crazy. So it is very possible, but right, there's also a lot of people who believe like, you know, it could just be a one-off. So who knows? Nobody knows. At the end of the day,
I said it before, I'll say it again.
Bro, that's 50 cents? You allow a chair to yap for like what is this? 300 words for 50 cents? You might as well just let them stream for you. You might as well just turn on TTS and just let them yap all they want. Bro, that's crazy prices, bro.
People are overreacting over a passive that revives you at 1 horsepower for 1 action.
It's like you allow your concert to be interrupted for 50 cents.
Nah, I'll take.
That's
For the
crazy.
person who died in turn order, it does nothing. It doesn't matter if there are future ones, so long as they're on the same level of trash as hers.
no, so like I said, right, like it's not so much the actual passive and what Castorice does, right? I don't think anybody's saying Castorice's passive is OP. I think they're mostly saying
Nah,
the possible
there are definitely
precedent that it sets for future passives that could be ridiculous, right? But like I said, who knows, right? Nobody knows if it will be, right? Like I said, there's 1,000,000% a reality where a year from now, HSR
Oh
has
my
released
god, Inglorious Hero, thank you so much for the 20 gifted. Holy shit, we're 75 gifted away from reviving Twitch and killing YouTube. Yo, thank you so much for the 25 gifted. Thank you. Thank you.
another
I appreciate it.
passive, or if they have, it's another fucking useless piece of shit, right?
Holy
Who
shit.
knows? Isn't there also a possibility other
YouTube
games also
Oilers
start
lock
with
in.
HSR? I don't think global passives across characters for owning a character is like completely new. Like I swear there's gotta be. It's like in
Does the passive... Okay, the passive works where... If... Okay, think about it this way, right? If, let's say, Nikado Avocado, he does an AoE, he one-shots your entire team. Alright? He one-shots your entire team. The passive only takes place for that first instance. You get what I'm saying? Because it's... The thing will expire at the start of their turn. So, you will still get cooked, essentially. And there are actually a lot more ways where you can die. So, for example, right, if you have a revive, for example, but it's a 2-part attack. You know how Arumatron, he hits you once and he hits you twice. So let's say that first hit, you get the global passive, you revive. But if that second hit hits the same guy again, he's dead. There's no like invulnerability until the start of your turn. And another one is if you get hit with a DOT, you also die. So if let's just say you get hit with a DOT, and at the start of your turn, you have like 1 HP, and the DOT kills you, then you also die. So there's a lot of ways that this global passive just doesn't really do too much. At least from what I've seen so far. Yeah.
you could almost kind of tie it sort of to like the main thing that's coming to the top of my
Just
head is
live
like
better.
you know Arc Knights with base pass.
It doesn't cleanse the DOT, at least not from what I've experienced. So if I, for example, right, if I got hit by the flame out of space, I tested it with March 7th, so she got a passive. Flame out of space hits March 7th in the face. She got the burn, and then when it became March 7th's turn, she just died because the burn activated. So it can't save her.
I don't fucking know. Maybe there's a fucking unit that gives you way better fucking returns on crafting mats or something, right? Like there are tons of other gacha games I think that have passives, right? That you know are probably not a global passive to the same extent, but are specifically tied to a character. And if you don't have that character, you don't get access to it. You know, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Okay, so that is gonna be that. Thank you so much for the 11 minutes of fobm. So TLDR, I'm always right. Hail MrPokke, hail MrPokke. You have cooled your last cool, my man.